Ooh. First bite. That is good. So I recently made some butternut squash mac and cheese, and I have some of the puree left over, and I had the idea to use the rest of this in a creamy butternut squash lasagna. So let's put that together. So I'm gonna start by de-stemming the kale and cutting that up. Then I have a shallot that I'm gonna thinly slice. I have a few garlic cloves that I'm gonna mince, and then a bag of shiitake mushrooms that I'm gonna remove the stems from. In here, I'm gonna cook up the veggies: salt, black pepper. The veggies are all done. I'm gonna put together a creamy butternut squash sauce. Then I'm going in with some coconut milk and then lots of Parmesan. Just gonna stir this up. Now back to the veggies. I have some dairy-free ricotta that I'm gonna add in here, nutritional yeast, and then some lemon juice. I also have some fresh basil. I am gonna add a little bit more salt and black pepper. I don't know about you, but although I love lasagna, I don't always want to make a huge batch of it. So I figured I could just make a few servings in this loaf pan. And I'm gonna start out by adding down the butternut squash puree that we saved from earlier. No boiled lasagna sheets. I'm gonna go in with that ricotta and veggie mix, some of the butternut squash sauce, another lasagna sheet, more of the ricotta sauce, lasagna sheet, the last bit of ricotta, and the last bit of our butternut squash sauce. At first, I wasn't gonna add any, but I do have some cheese that I'm gonna sprinkle on top. And then lastly, some more basil. And by the way, I'm using dairy-free cheese for this lasagna. The way to get the cheese to melt when you are cooking it in something like this is to top it with a baking sheet. All right, about to put this baby in the oven. It's only been 30 minutes and I have to show you what this lasagna looks like. Look at that cheese. I'm just gonna let this cook for a little bit longer though. The lasagna is all done and I am so impressed with how this looks. I'm so excited to cut this. Ooh, I'm so excited to try this. First bite. I honestly had no idea how this would turn out, but it turned out even better than I expected. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This is amazing.